We get back underway. Just before break, I was getting into it. Both these teams heading to the major, they want to carry this form over. Some of the teams here had nothing to lose, and these guys still prevailed and made it into the final. SK, in this little European tour, yes, okay, they won IEM Sydney this year as well, but they've just come off the back of winning DreamHack Summer, ECS, and now they find themselves in a third straight final and a chance to win a third straight event going into that major. So that's incredible form if you want to talk about it that way.
Agreed. But for now, 10-10, double AWP set up for Cloud9 and Automatic. Kicking things off as well, finds coldzera, 5-on-4. A great start for round number 21 here. They've been struggling on the CT side, haven't posted a single round here, but this is a fast reaction from SK. All in towards inside, Molotov deployed, smokes as well. Can the CTs hold them off?
Shot Shroud traded back out immediately, though it's going to allow another bomb plant for SK. Fallen wants to fight forward valiantly as nothing did in the first half, excuse me. This time, though, it's with an AWP.
Wow.
Right, catches off nothing, and he can back off. He's leveled into 3 versus 3. There's no need to stay close because Phelps has the angle to find Skadoodle instead. And Stewie needs to walk back through with an AWP. He's the one with the kit as well as Automatic's going to try and backstab. Sneaking in, Stewie scoped in his look below. They're above him, and somehow he misses the shot on Fallen. Watch the flank onto him as Fallen finds Automatic. Stewie can't get the angle. They're all around him. It's as hectic as you like, but Fallen's the one to prevail. Very aggressive, and it pays off.
I love that play from Fallen. So confident, knows what he has to do, and he finds it. Whip their pants down in the connector. They're lining up the flashbangs, getting ready to retake with that Molotov to subside, but he does not care. He says hello to nothing and says goodnight at the same time as well. Takes him down. 11-10, and the match has been paused. Technical once again, but very exciting run, I have to say. Was Automatic to find the first kill, the 5-on-4, but the instant reaction there from SK. Straight back towards inner. Couple of smokes deployed, Molotovs as well. And that Molotov towards connector is so key. It buys some time with the smokes down as well. Fallen can go for that aggressive play. It's certainly a risk. He's exposed from many different angles, but it's calculated. He finds the first kill and falls back, keeps pushing, and Stewie couldn't find anything with the double AWPs. We go into round number 22, Matt, and I think this has to be the eco for Cloud9. Maximum loss bonus, can adjust with some upgraded pistols, sure, and a couple of UMPs perhaps, but ultimately this should be another SK round. Looking very good here in the second half, 6-0. So the final buy comes in. UMP for Automatic, Shroud with the Deagle, no armor. His teammate's similar situation. There is a taser for nothing. The Zeus comes out once again.
He had a very famous play at DreamHack Stockholm in 2015 with the Zeus, back when it was very cheap and had a high reward.
Yes.
Where he killed 2 and ultimately got them through in the qualifier for Cluj-Napoca at the time. As long ago as that was, it's not the first time we've seen Cloud9 use the weapon.
True. Before it was nerfed, it was appearing in almost every game.
Yeah, it was certainly a problem. Taco's going to Molotov down below the ladder. That'll force them back. Quite bounce all the way to the door, but it certainly clears the immediate threat by which Cloud9 could have had. Flash and drop for Taco. Automatic tries to get forward of it.
So he's given away, he's got the UMP in that position, unfortunately. He'll probably stay away from that. To find the first shot though, but Automatic is fighting back with the aforementioned SMG, but that's all he gets. 1 kill in his favor. Shroud, once again, the Deagle's causing damage here.
Can't find any more, but it takes Skadoodle to get one with the P250, so damage indeed. 1 versus 2, it's expensive for SK. However, we do know they've had a bed of rounds to work with, so they've got money left over. If they convert this, which they should do against Stewie, Deagle catches him, it'll be 7 in a row for SK. No answer yet for Cloud9 on a CT side, but they will again have weapons in this round.
Double AWP setup didn't work out for them previously. Do they go with that stance again? Seems like the answer could be yes, indeed they do. Skadoodle with the AWP. Stewie 2K, same situation. Single AWP for SK Gaming. They experiment with the double AWPs on the T side. It seems to work, but gone back to a more traditional setup here. coldzera quick towards main entrance. Gets taken down though once again, a 5-on-4. Nice and early for Cloud9. Surely have to convert this round now.
Certainly getting to that point for Cloud9. Do or die time and walking in. Furno's Automatic's in behind the E-box. Pushed out. Look at the amount of smokes. Skadoodle with the AWP. Seems like he wants to go through them. He's thinking about it. Finds Phelps as well. Bomb gets in position in the hands of Taco. Shroud's still waiting for a flank play of anyone lurking over toward the B side of the map. He's going to rotate back into Z connector now. Stewie's got good movement. Hell. Actually found the kills again. Smoke's gone. Ska's able to step up. The bomb's planted, though, is what saves SK's chances. Fur's gonna play for the information, goes out early, knows nothing's pushing, no one's on the bomb yet. Fallen finds one, Smoke down, Fallen's isolated. He's gotta rotate around if he wants the bomb in his vision, and he'll let Fur go close. He goes wide, chance to find another shot toward the ladder, and Fallen finds it, no problem. Good rotations from SK to play the position that is the bomb. That was all they were focused on.
Fallen just looks unbelievable on train right now. Every situation, it's so calculated. You can see it all coming together as positioning. Once the bomb was down, he knew what he had to do there. Stopping the flares coming out of connector as well. Dropping utility on their heads. There's the final shot. There's nothing they can do. They have to extend so much to get near him. The only player with a kid as well, Stewie, he has to find the frag. Skadoodle can't go hunting for those with his weapons. So Fallen doing everything he can to win rounds, and what a performance this is. Carrying the team right now. 25 kills, 13 deaths after 23 rounds.
Tactical timeout, Cloud9, unsurprisingly.
Yeah, for sure. They just can't do anything on the CD side. The thing is, they're finding the opening picks, Matt. Everything's going in their favor, but SK adjust themselves, and towards outsiders, throwing coldzera out. He finds kills, and then Fur chiming in as well. And then that deadly play. That was a 4-on-2 situation when the bomb went down as well. It is absolutely outplayed there. SK looking phenomenal, not giving anything away. Closing sectors now. Of map number 2, we have a partial buy situation for Cloud9. Very lucky to be 14-10. Automatic once again with the UMP body armor. And pistols for his teammates. Have a few smokes to work with here, but SK more of the same. Why do you have to give anything away? No rush is required. Get the basic map control. Find picks like that. Run away with the round. Should be absolutely fine here. Automatic presumably towards Popdog once again with the SMG. Has to be posted up Ivy, so changing his stance a little bit there, but waiting for the CT reactions right now is SK. Scopes at the ready towards Ivy. The bomb's inside though. Taco and coldzera probably go back towards Popdog and they'll split outside. Oh, here we go, Stewie. I like this timing.
This timing's actually very good. Taco has no idea. Finds a gap and takes full advantage of it. They're gonna go for his gun as well. That's sitting in the open. So AK to complement that of the UMP. Stewie has armor, so Ska throws it directly back over to him. The rotation goes back to the yard. Gets Tim, catches him off.
Yeah, bit of a whiff there from Automatic, I'm afraid. Lovely shot from Fallen, but nothing's not done with this round just yet, it seems. Takes down Fur, Fallen low HP as well. Still a sliver of hope.
Stewie's has the AK watching the old bomb rotation as well. They go back halls. He's certainly ready for Fallen. Knows that they've gone toward Hitch as well, though he needs to find his way back in the site quickly because his chance to surprise them and catch them off is gone, but he still has the shot on the rifle. He's got Phelps down and Cold left to find onto the AWP because why not? He's got 9 HP. He needs to hit the first shot anyway. Molotov to play with, but no kit. Bomb's ticking. Back to chancing a pistol. Indecision costs him. Cold's gonna find it. They go 14 rounds now on the SK side.
One of the closest they come to picking up a round here in the second half. It's with the pistols and the UMPs. Opening shots from Fallen was looking great, but then the SMG does some damage. Automatic initially wounding Fallen, but Stewie, 3 kills in total, can't win the 1v1 that had to at that stage. 14-10. Money available now for the CT side. Last chance saloon. It was a 10-5 first half, remember. 9 clean rounds in a row for SK. Looking incredibly good here. We need a response now from Cloud9. We want to get excited about the second half. Default set up once again. The bombs towards inner though, with 3 players. This could be another inside execution, and we saw what happened last time. Fallen pushed up towards that connector. Stewie and Automatic waiting on the other side, in the inside bomb site. No orb there. Skadoodle, this time single orb set up, aggressive towards main entrance.
Timing is everything. Skadoodle pulls the smoke exactly when they slow peek as well.
You can hear the sound of the gray being pulled. That's when you peek, right?
Absolutely. Cold walking through, catches off nothing. It's SK again that have full control of the round until Shroud gets Phelps back. Stewie's going to try and rotate back down out of it. Goes down below, staring directly up at him. He's found, but Watch Automatic still making a contest of it. Bomb is planted. He'll fade through the smoke. They're going to push. Did he see him? I don't think he saw Cold. He didn't see his head show. And Cold gets the kill forward. It's down to Shroud again. found immediately. No entrance point. SK finds map point for the second time in a row. They're on 15. It's 10 for Cloud9. And it could be a 2-0 series lead.
Just waiting for a sound cue main entrance. That was just brutal for Skadoodle. Just as he wants to fall back, feels like he's exposed, pulls that smoke out. Anyone's unaware, as soon as you pull the pin on the grenade, you can hear that. In a close proximity, they hear that and they strike straight away. It's so unlucky for him. And he has to give in at that stage in a forced buy for Cloud9. A horrible situation. It was looking so good. But CZ's, Famus's, UMPs, a couple of M4s chucked in as well. The maximum loss burners, they have a bit to work with here, but going to need 5 rounds in a row now just to get overtime. It's looking very unlikely to pick up map number 2. SK looked phenomenal here, especially Fallen. What a performance from the in-game leader. 27 frags and 15 deaths. Same story for coldzera. Fur turning up as well. The other 2 players haven't had to do much.
Nothing, standing on the ledge of the E-box. Fallen's all around it, but not on it. It's time for the peak. Who prevails? Nothing does. Nothing nearly gets 2 for it as well. Fur drops back inside of A main. Smoke off the ladder so that Jordan can continue to push into A main and not have to worry about being caught off from an additional angle. He makes his way through. Smoke in the corner should be revealing in the fact that there was a Molotov there. It's only positioned so as to extinguish the Molotov, so they know he's got to be there somewhere. The problem is firing. It's going to bait Cold back in on the AK. Whoa, second Molotov. Cold has to go and gets caught. He hits the pallet. The pallet ends up being the death of him. Good shot from Fur, but it won't be enough as they trade off, and Automatic wins the duel.
An absolute brawler main entrance. What a messy Counter-Strike, but Cloud9 with the lead for now. They've lost 4 on 2s though on this map. They shouldn't be one of them. Shroud solidifies their chances. Takes down Phelps, 4 versus 1 now. Taco towards Popdog. Any kills he finds, Matt, significant. He finds 2 or 3 to keep limiting them going forward. All part of the performance this time, and it is a decent round. Finally, something to work with here. It's going to take 4 in a row. We have a pause from Fallen. They've got so much to work with here, right? Money's not great right now. They've got 10 grand on coldzera. The other guy's got a trading behind. So they're trying to work out, is it worth buying into this one? If you just take an eco, a partial buy, get the Tech 9s out, some armor perhaps, just get the smokes down, and we'll finish the game off properly. All they force into this now, coldzera drops like 2-3 AKs, and they try and close it out. And that's a window of opportunity for Cloud9. Win that round, they could actually take this to overtime at that stage.
Round 22 survived, 21-3, and it was 2, 1, 1, and 2. So every round they've had a majority of kills, just not closing out the rounds, Cloud9, hence why they don't have a whole lot of money left over, and that's why SK's in this position. So as soon as they win a single round, it's 10 in a row for SK before Cloud9 gets one. They still call the timeout. Yeah. I don't want to let this slip.
Well, they will be forcing into this, it seems. Not the best of buys, but certainly not the worst. Orb for Fallen, 3 AKs. It's like Caveat, the Fur has a Tech 9, but in some strategies, that's not a massive deal. It can actually be quite an interesting situation, pushing for those smokes and surprise plays with the Tech 9. Fallen looks towards upper ramp. There is a player coming in as well. That'll be Skadoodle. Surely doesn't overextend. Just holds a tight corner here. Doesn't want to hunt for that first frag. He's hoping a player walks into his crosshair, but Fallen keen for a duel. Probably knows exactly how Skadoodle likes to hold this angle. Will be pre-firing as well. Flashbang's good. Sends him packing. They do now indeed have Brownhall's control. Very impressive stuff from SK.
Setup very passive as well from Cloud9. 2 in B. Nothing in Automatic. Playing off of each other in the yard as Shroud has to contend with the fact that a smoke is down. So a Molotov will leave Fur inside by the server, and it reaches Fur. It's going to cost them a smoke. Shroud knows that, why that smoke was thrown so shallow, and tries to fire in to get the rest of the damage done on the AK, but can't do it. Bomb, Brownhalls, Cold, Taco, and Fallen joining them. It's going to be the wraparound that you love to see, Henry, but caught off already is Fur. Phelps is locked down, so they won't have the split in full effect. They've got to contend with a straight fight. 3 versus Stewie so far in the side of B, and Stewie and Skadoodle win it to drop the bomb for a moment as Fallen strikes back with only a single kill. He's missed grabbing the bomb, and they're pushing from both sides of him. So Phelps is locked off this. He's well removed. Fallen's got to do it all on his own, and so far that's no problem. Time is out, though. Time is gone, and he's going to go down after the time if he's not careful. Oh, shot disabled. Fallen, my God. And it matters because the money is very low. He keeps the AWP, and they can still maybe think about forcing around it with Phelps' AK. They can bring out some pistols and get some utility.
I said that's the key round. The fact they decided to force into it cost them absolutely everything. They could have taken an eco there and had the full buy. They were clutching at straws. Sure, they had the orb, but they were lacking utility. One play on the TheFatRat as well. But you're right, the fact Fallen stays alive here and limits Cloud9, he's got the AWP for the next round. Stellar performance, even though they don't win the round. The fact he stays alive there is fantastic. So they will force around this. A chance now for Cloud9. The buys are going to be poor from now on for SK. 1 AK-47, 1 Desert Eagle, 2 Tech-9s, and of course Fallen stayed AWP. He's hit the 30 bomb, just to know as well. 31 kills, 16 deaths. They will take the tactical timeout, and why not? It's crunch time right now, and Cloud9 trying to evaluate their situation. Stewie with the UMP, nothing down to a family, so they're hardly comfortable as well. That's why we're seeing this force fight coming from SK Gaming. They know they have Cloud9 on the ropes. And
is this the Astralis style call?
Rush
when
outside.
You just say go as fast as you can.
Rush
they
outside,
buy the utility. They've got the 2 guns brought over. It's Tech-9 and Deagle. So go along with it, and it seems fast enough. Fallen's already down Pop Dog with an AWP scoped in, ready to take a fight. Smoke goes in front of him, though. He's not going to be able to do anything with it. And this will slow the play, at least for now. Deep Smoke allows a wider entrance point toward the E-box, but he doesn't want to utilize it. He's just trying to hold off for information. He's actually going to wrap back around Fallen and go join Cold and Taco. It's not a matter of if they go quickly, it's when they go quickly.
Yeah, setting themselves up. Look at the Ivy control as well. The T's are out, trying to get that first pick. If they find an opening, that could be it. Just 1 kill to get them started.
Sandwich control to push back the CTs. That's the name of the game. Fallen hits 2 on the AWP. It's carried over and Cold follows it with a Deagle. Fallen's got a 3rd, and this is how you do it. That's how you win it. Tactics all the way through for SK, and they go 16-12 against Cloud9.
Clinical performance from SK Gaming. Cloud9 blown out of the water there in the second half. The T-side performance was just amazing. That last round just summarizes it all. You can see exactly how the tactic builds up. Get that map control coming in. Build yourself up into the round. Get that opening pick. That's your cue to go. And everyone hit their shots. The Deagles, the AKs, the Orbs. Fallen. One of the best performances of the tournament so far, hitting every single shot of the AWP. Fantastic work by him. And it's 2-0 to SK Gaming. Inferno is next map.
11-2, the run they had on the T side. We said that their CT looked weaker than normal. Maybe Cloud9 had a chance, apparently not.
No.
SK batter them, and Cloud9 miss an opportunity, you have to say, as we go to Inferno. You mentioned it, that's a very tough order. Both teams are decent on it. SK maybe not as good as they were on the previous iteration, but they're definitely still a force to be reckoned with.
Well, 2-0 is the scoreline. Cloud9, I'm not sure if they have anything left in the tank. That was their chance to get into this series, and they let it slip by. We're going to take a break ourselves and throw it over to the analysts. Alex, I hope you're enjoying the show.
The Pay Safeguard post-match breakdown.
Who could not be enjoying the show, Henry? It's been an absolute spectacle. SK are just flexing on the North American side, and already we are starting to see glimmers of what Chad mentioned. They're playing better than when they won the majors. They are looking terrifying at times, and joining me, of course, alongside Chad is, of course, the Enco/YNK. Gents, Henry ended that with a note saying this was their chance into the series. Chad, you've already thrown some seeds of doubt surrounding the veto into this series as a best of 5. Has this kind of confirmed your fears? 10-5 up.
I was very surprised with the first half. I thought, hey, they have a really good game plan. It's worked here. We saw the 2v5 with the Glock and the Deagle, which was just absolutely insane from Automatic and Scoodle. You never see it. That never happens, right? That kind of stuff. Someone getting 2 Glock kills.
Like, put a percentage on it. Like, what, 1?
Yeah, 1 works.
1%
works. You know,
this is the round.
The fact that, you know, they were able to put up such a good half and then not able to close it out in the second and have a good showing on what should be considered the easier side is probably the more disappointing thing here. But that just shows SK as a team, they're always in it. They're always fighting back.
Keep your eyes on Automatic. 4 HP.
2v5, mate. Look at Scoodle's
unwinnable.
HP.
It's unwinnable. We stopped talking about the round when you're casting.
Look at his HP while he's getting all these kills. He's got nothing. He's on a sliver of health.
I mean, the SK players don't even have a chance. I mean, when it comes to Automatic, right, you don't even get to fire a shot. And not only is it rare to win a 2v5 with Eagles and Glocks, you never see it against a team like SK, right? They're usually very disciplined, they're very regimented, but even they couldn't do anything about that particular round. But it was heroics like that that Cloud9 basically needed. That gave them a lot of momentum in that first half, and we saw that slow-paced style that they were focusing on lately, how really they seem to have gotten a good grasp of it, winning a couple of rounds in almost an SK type of way.
And just on automatic for a moment, what a storyline personally for him, right? He's standing on that grand final stage when, if not too long ago, you rewind the clock, he was playing, you know, Nihilum, TSM. I mean, he was an undiscovered gem who's just been kind of polished up and is now standing on the grand finals versus teams like SK.
Diamond in the rough, really. You know, it was back around the EPL Season 4 in Brazil where he really became a star. And we go, this guy is legit, and he's in a combo right now. Him and the Stewie combo in this team were what we thought was going to drive this team forward, right? The problem has been there was a lot of criticism towards Shroud and Skadoodle. You know, nothing is there. We said he's the glue of the team. He kind of makes sense in that big picture, and replacements had to come in. But when every piece of the puzzle is clicking like they should, you have an amazing squad right now. They're just obviously going up against SK. This is super promising because now they're playing a better brand of Counter-Strike, right? So going forward for Cloud9, it looks like they're going to be, you know, up there for the #1 team in North America.
Absolutely. Now, talking of better brand of Counter-Strike, is there something that you want to illustrate that perhaps would echo that point?
Yeah, we were talking about SK's aggression and how Fur in particular is a very aggressive player, and they let him be aggressive because even if he dies, he gets a lot of information for the team. So this is an example of exactly that. In the second half, when they were on the T side, you can see that Fur is by himself pretty much outside on yard, while the rest of his team is set up 2 towards T main. Taco is watching for maybe a pop dog push, and Phelps is in Ivy. But because of Fur's forward position, he realizes that this whole area is probably clear, realizes that the CT players are playing super passive on the B bomb site and on the A bomb site. So now you can play it out. He's going to die here to Skadoodle, but he got so much information. You can see how right after that, SK slowly starts adjusting. They throw the executes far towards the bomb site to cut off those angles that Cloud9 players were holding, and they're just going to be able to isolate C9 players individually, get the trades, get the favorable after-plan situation, and secure the round.
And I mean, you know, on the topic of what some of the players are capable of in rounds like that, Fallen as well, you know, is someone that you want to discuss. That round, I know what you're thinking. The round where he pushed towards Connector, and I think it was you or somebody in that green room just saying, how many AWPers in the world would have made a decision like that?
See, this is the thing with Fallen, right? He knows that the decision, like in those situations, is a play that has to be made. In terms of fundamentals, it's probably not the right decision that should be made, but he does it time and time again. I have so many memories in my head, low ramp on train, of him jumping down, getting those ult frags. There was another one on Case, retaking the B bomb site, and he's doing things that he knows he shouldn't. And I remember reading somewhere or hearing from him that he joked and said, hey guys, I did something stupid. But it worked. So, you know, it's crazy that he's such a playmaker, and that combat AWP tag has never been more fitting than right now.
I mean, yeah, even saving that AWP, it was glorious to watch.
Yeah, talk about a difficult scenario for Cloud9. First map, the best player in the world last year has an amazing game. Map number 2, the second best player in the world has an amazing game against you. And the thing is, like, when that happens, there's not really much you can do because, like, Fallen, if he's on form like this on a map like Train, just shuts everything down. You know, if you try to plan specifically against him, well, that's not optimal for what SK is doing as a team. So Cloud9 did try to adjust in that second half, you know, with some aggression. But even when they would get an opening, you know, they get the kill on Cole Zira, perhaps in Ivy, still Fallen with some amazing kills once they actually start executing, brings the round back. So,
so
hard to find a way out for Cloud9 in this series.
So to summarize, Train, you're playing against the world's best team, and when one of the world's best players steps up, you really aren't going to make that many mistakes to still concede.
Yeah, like, and when it's you already have the 10-5 half, and you have to look back at that first half where they did win pistol, but then they got eco'd on the third, which is normally where you never want to get eco'd, right? When they force fire on the second, and you win that round, the third should almost be free. But then they got eco'd on the third, Cold Zero with those 2 huge deagle shots towards the high ramp. That, for right there, it could have been an 11-4 half. You know, I don't really want to live in the world of ifs and buts, but with
I'd live in the world of buts.
Yeah, me too. These tiny little mistakes that happen, you know, it could have been an 11-4 half. If it was an 11-4 half going forward, you feel that's a lot more manageable. You win the pistol, you know, 1 gun round, 2 gun rounds, done. You know, in this situation, it was just, Cloud9 didn't have enough.
Not enough in the tank for the second map, but it is going to have to bring in the heat on Inferno in order to keep the North Americans in this grand final. For now, we will take a quick break. Chance for the guys in the Lanxess to grab themselves a beverage and sit back, relax, because when we come back, more fantastic world-class Counter-Strike will be coming from Cologne. Do not go anywhere.